you're ready for the exciting month of love to unravel itself before you. Well, I am ready. On this channel, we are starting our new series, the latest Nigerian mommy in town, and we've been talking about it for a while now. So yes, we are finally here. Excited? I am very excited to share my journey with you. So first of all, I'm going to put out a disclaimer. I am not a professional. Please and please take my words and my wisdom as my own experience, my own way of sharing what a friend will share with you as just, a friend's knowledge, not anyway. It's not professional knowledge. So if you need professional knowledge, go to the clinic, go to the hospital, which is going to be part of what we're going to say here anyways. So, are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Okay. So as you can read, or as you can see from the title, it says that my journey started with birth control. And you may wonder, what does she mean by that? What does she mean by her journey started with birth control? So first of all, I realized that it is not a popular thing to do. It is not a popular way or method to go to start your marriage, especially if you had not had sex before. To start, like before anything, you go and get birth control. But it's what this wonderful girl did. Okay, so yeah. So why did I do this? Why did I get birth control before I started? The community that I come from, the Christian community, will say, Mariah, you are aiding and abetting the devil. You were testing yourself, by doing what you did. But I had my reasons, and they were sincere and they were honest reasons, and I will state them before you. You see, I was getting married to my husband, who was in another city, an entirely new city. So I was basically shifting my life, my work, and every other thing. So between ourselves, and we had also not gotten to know each other, we had not really stayed with each other that long. So between ourselves, we decided that, we want to actively wait before introducing another person into our tiny circle. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it made a lot of sense to us then. And the only way that we could think about how to do that, actively, how to take a proper step towards avoiding getting pregnant, was to do a planned family planning, planned parenthood. Okay, and to start or to do it, we actually went to a proper fertility clinic. I went to, they're not asking me to advertise, but I believe it's a good place. I went to the Bridge Clinic in Lagos, and it was there that I had, a consultation on the different birth control methods. Okay, please note that during this period that we were waiting, there were lots of insinuations. A lot of people came, random people, friends and family, those that were not aware of our decision to wait. How long did we plan to wait? We planned to wait for a year, but we reduced it. As the gist goes on, you understand. So yeah, we planned to wait for a year. I got married on the 27th of April 2019, and a few days before that, I went to the Bridge Clinic to consult a fertility doctor and to get a contraceptive installed into my body. Now, you guys, I will just talk you through the way they talked me through, kind of, if I can remember. When I went into the hospital, I was given different options of birth control, and they were basically in two categories. There was the hormonal and there was the non-hormonal. As the name implies, a hormonal birth control, is one that messes with your hormones, actively messes with the hormones that produce, that egg that your sperm will, the sperm will fertilize to create a baby. But the non-hormonal birth control is one that doesn't mess with that natural flow of your body. It's not as damaging in quotes to the functions that already naturally occur to the creation of a baby in the female's body. Now, for some reason, a lot of in fact, as far as I know, all the reversible forms of birth control, which is the one that I need, I want to be able to give birth eventually. All the reversible forms of birth control are pertaining to the woman. The woman is the one that has to do them. Putting it out there for the scientific world, please, you guys have to do better. We can't be doing everything. Create something for the guys as well. It shouldn't be that hard, should it? Anyways, moving on from that subject. So yeah, most of this birth control have to do with the woman. So it was basically speaking to the woman, or to women, even though your spouse, your partner definitely has an input in what you're putting into your body, because you guys are both one at the end of the day. So for the non-hormonal, you have some non-hormonal IUDs. IUDs are, I think it's intrauterine devices. They go into your, VJJ area, uterine, inside. And then you have, the ones that are not going into your bodies, like your body, like the injectables, which is one I took, and I'll tell you why. We have different types. Anyways, let me start with the category of from most reversible to most or should I let me just go to the strongest. So for reversible birth controls, we have the IUDs, as I told you. Those are, you guys have to go and do your own research on this anyways. Those are devices that, like, the intrauterine devices. They're small devices, that you insert into your VJJ that kind of block the sperm from they're like a barrier from meeting your eggs and stuff like that. And they're hormonal ones. They're not hormonal ones, but they're hormonal ones that actually actively tamper with your eggs. Should I go into further details? The hormonal ones have something to do with progesterone, progestin, and things like that. But I'm not going to go into scientific quest of that, because that's not my field, that's not my role. I'm just bringing you basic knowledge, and I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. And then we had the next step, or the one next to that, or the lesser reversible ones. Now the more reversible ones are actually more intrusive, the IUD. So if you remove the IUD tomorrow, you can get pregnant, and they last for a longer period of time. They last for sometimes 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They can stay in your body, and they are actively preventing pregnancies. But you know that there's something in your body. Okay. The next level is of things that you can insert into your body, or things that you can inject into your body or put into your body, are like the patches, the diaphragm, the ring. You have all these methods that they go into your body, and they are also quite reversible. Like, once you remove them, you can get pregnant. But these are more hormonal ones. They mess with your hormones. They can make you fat, they can make you bleed more, they can make you have acne, they can make you tired, they can do all sorts of things to you. But yeah, you will find out those side effects from your doctor, and you choose which one that is your cross to bear. At the end of the day, you must bear some cross in this journey. Let me just be honest with you now. And then the injectables, which I did, there's the really strong one, which is the Depo-Provera, and you have a milder one, which is Cyana-Press. Both are 99.9% effective in stopping pregnancy, but they are less reversible. They are not as intrusive, but they are not as reversible. They take longer to wear off. Their effects take longer to wear off from the body because they are very hormonal, and they also have interesting side effects. But for some reason, I took the Cyana Press and I didn't really have side effects. Okay, so yes, I have shared with you the different birth control methods as much as I can. I hope you learned something from that. Interestingly, as I was saying, a lot of people were against me getting a birth control before having sex with my husband, or before going into marriage. Like, how can you start your marriage off on this foot, my dear? You are aiding and abetting the devil. You're giving him a foothold in your home. And I'm like, no, it's not necessarily like that. I mean, I've stated my reasons here. The truth is that with time now, I'm even grateful I did that, because pregnancy literally shakes you to your core. And we'll talk about that in the next video. Pregnancy shakes you to your core. We decided to do the injectables, the Cyana Press, for a period of like 1 year. So one thing with the Depo-Provera or the Cyana Press is that you have to go after every 3 months to renew it. I hope I'm not mumbling up too much information. I hope you're getting it. You have to go after every 3 months to renew the injection, even though it has a very long-lasting effect in the body. But when we read that it has a long-lasting effect, it really wears out. After the first one I took, my husband advised me to see how long it stays to wear out, because it completely took away my period. My period stopped flowing. It does other things to you. It even gives you a low sex drive, which I think I had, but it's not that bad because I had not really had sex before, so I didn't even know how sex felt. So it felt good having sex, because I didn't exactly know how. Anyways, moving on. So where did I stop? Sorry, I've kind of lost my track of thoughts. But we decided to not take the Cyana Press after the first one I took. And would you believe that my menses did not come back until after 6 months. I even started getting worried that have I actually yielded my fruit of my wombs to the devil, as people have been saying that I would do. But I had not. In the period of time when we waited, we weren't really bothered. It was other people that were bothered for us. And maybe I'd like to put it out here, because this will be the final step of this video. We're going to continue this video next week. I hope you've learned something. This video has been basically about birth control and how we started with birth control, and how eventually it wore off after 9 months, because 3 months plus 6 months was about 9 months. And then we started trying, and it didn't take too long after that before we took in and had our baby Joshua. So in the period of people's waiting, please do not be too intrusive. I remember some people would walk up to my husband randomly in church or somewhere and say, "Oh, don't worry, we're praying for you." That was just 3 months into our wedding or 4 months into our wedding. And it's like, praying about what exactly? They're like, so that your wife will have a baby or something like that. And even me, sometimes people say, we're waiting to eat rice. You did not eat rice in the wedding. Which other rice are you waiting for again? So different things people will use now to insinuate, if your boobs increase a little, they say, "Oh, I can see it," or something like that. Even though I kind of do it, so sometimes I think we should not be too intrusive, because you don't know what people are going through. I was actively preventing pregnancies. Some people are actually really trying for pregnancies, and they're not coming close, or they come close and have a miscarriage, and then you insinuate those kind of things. You can hurt their feelings. This is for those now. Of course, obviously, this advice is for those that are not trying for baby. You're just randomly listening in. And also, some couples may actually be actively trying to stop baby. So don't be poke-nosy. Don't put your nose into the couple's matter. You don't know what they're trying to do. Okay, so this has brought us to the end of this particular video. We're going to continue next week, okay? And next week we're going to talk about what happened afterwards, when we decided to have a baby and the whole process that led us into having a baby. Okay, I hope to see you next week. I hope you learned something from this. Let me know if you got birth control done before you went into marriage fully. Let me know if you got birth control done at all. I have a friend that got birth control done for 5 years. I'm so impressed by her and impressed by her reasons. And let me know if you didn't, and just share your thoughts. I'll be waiting for and looking forward to them. Thank you for joining in. Have a wonderful new week, a wonderful new month. See you next week. Much love.